Zlatan fact. Zlatan can hear sign language. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play AC Milan in Football Manager 2021. And since last episode we played quite a few games. We faced off versus Ludogorets twice in the Champions League, and we got a good run of wins, big wins actually, in the league. And of course, these teams are mostly teams from the lower half of the table, so they are teams we should be dominating, they are teams we should be winning. But still, we need to take a look at how things look like, yeah. First off, the Champions League group looks really nice. We have already qualified. We have 12 points, where Liverpool in second place have 7 points. And there are 6 points left to play for. And this means if we win another game, we are topping the group. And we still have Liverpool left to play. But the league, of course, we are in a very good position right now. We are in second place behind Inter, but Inter have one more game played. So if we win it today, we're going to overtake them. And today's game versus Fiorentina. And as you can tell, Fiorentina is fighting for one of the Champions League spots. This is the way we're going to start the game. And as you can tell, there's a lot of players with high injury risk. And that's because of there's been an international break. And a lot of our players come back really tired or even injured. We have injuries on Aster, on Benacer, and on Theo. And Theo's injury is really serious. He's going to be out up to 3 months. So yeah, we could be into spring before we see him again. But yeah, Theo's injury is really big, which means we need to be a little bit creative with our defense. Because of course, as you know, we have had Calafiori and Theo rotating on the left position. So what we're probably going to do now is kind of moving things around. Yes, Jedwai is starting on the right side now, but Jedwai is like our only option that can actually play on the left side. So for the future, when we don't have all these high injury risk, we're probably going to have Calafiori and Jedwai rotating for the left spot. But then you may ask the question, who will be playing with Kalulu on the right side then? Well, we probably going to use Alexis as our right defender, because he can actually play in this position pretty decently. And we have 2 other lads that can rotate on the right side here, because we're going to use Dembele, of course, and Zaniolo on the right side. And then, of course, Zaniolo's been rotating as a central attacking midfielder, but then he's going to leave, so we're going to have Jovic here. And then we have both Benacer and Aster that can play in this position. So yeah, we basically need to be a little bit creative. We need to come up with what's working, and hopefully we're going to survive. Because, I mean, missing out on Theo is not great. Just based on his star rating, now clearly you should take star rating in Football Manager with a grain of salt. He's more or less our best player if you trust that one. But enough talking, and let's play some football. And here we have the Fiorentina team, and at least in my eyes, on paper, our team is much stronger. But you know, you should never take anything for granted in Football Manager. And here we can see the Fiorentina team information. Yes, they are playing with 2 strikers, but still a very defensive-minded formation with more or less 5 defenders. But yeah, game on. And we see the first highlight is Calafiori with the throw-in for Hauge, Jovic goes for Dembele, Gabia, Jedwai for Kessier, back to Jedwai back to Kessier with a cross, and it's cleared. And we're going back and forth here a bit. Jedwai for Luka Jovic into the box, and there is Milik with his 7th goal of the season. And yeah, we are off to the start we wanted. Yeah, this was a long highlight, and Jedwai was involved in most things. Luka Jovic was also very much involved. And then, of course, Milik shows up, not having been involved at all, and scores. Not much going on here. I think we're going to go attacking. 2 minutes of extra time. So yeah, very boring first half. The only thing that happened was more or less the goal. We need to tell the lads that we're not pleased looking at these ratings. We have like Luka Jovic and Milik are the only one with decent ratings. We see a lot of lower ratings. There's clearly room for some improvements in the second half. Now, instead, we see Fiorentina. This is not the way we wanted the second half to start. But maybe this will be... Nope, still Fiorentina. Still Fiorentina. Come on, lads. There it is. Calafiori, Upamecano, all the way back for Donnarumma. Gabbia, time to change flank. Here's Jedwai. Dembele goes to change flanks again. Is Hauge by himself. And oh my god, that was a crappy finisher. Actually gonna pause it here. I'm not satisfied with the way we are playing. So we're gonna go to the drawing board and we're going to be playing 2 strikers. Just like they are, we're gonna go 2 strikers. And now Calafiori with a free kick. Gravenbergs back to Calafiori. And a long one cleared. Now we see, well, what we see Kessier, Dembele, Jedwai with an early cross for Luka Jovic, but it's just over. Donnarumma, Gabbia, Jedwai, Kessier for Dembele with a long cross to nobody. Kessier wins it back. Hauge, nice breakthrough. Hauge into the box, and I feel like he could have done better there. But we're going to see a corner from this one. And it's Gravenbergs with the corner, and it goes far and to nothing. Alright, we're gonna pause it here and look at the fitness levels, because I noticed that Calafiori is more or less dying. So I think this is the time. Jedwai will go to the left side. Calafiori will change around with Kalula for now. The next game, I'm not sure. We're probably going to need Jedwai for 2 games in a row, something like that. And then we notice this 6.4 rating from Dembele. It's so bad, it's embarrassing. We're not going to use Alexis then, because he might be playing a defender next game. Gonna bring on Zaniolo. And with all the injuries we already have, this is another one. It's Hauge. Hauge's out. And we're going to bring on Leao. So we already had 3 players injured. Now we have 4. Let's just hope it's not as serious as the Theo injury. Gravenbergs with a free kick and Milik with a decent try. Now, with just a few minutes left to play, we're going to see Fiorentina outside our box. This is very bad news. I'm actually going to go very attacking here. I'm going to pause it already. We are going to go a little bit creative. I don't care if we are going to go like this, and we're also going to bump it up a lot here for the last few minutes. And now let's take a look at the replay. That challenge was not great. Right, guys, now we need something here for the last few minutes. We're going to shout. We're going to see 6 minutes of extra time. Something. Give me something. But the clock just ticks on. And that's the full-time whistle. And this is a very disappointing result at San Siro. We're going to tell them they weren't good enough. I also want to see the table, see what happened here. And of course, I managed to double-click it. So let's go this way. So we take Inter, but we are at the same amount of points, and it's really close on the top. But that's it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.